Tell them we ain't taking no days off. Days off, taking no days off. Boys think I'm long gone way out. Days off, no days off. You can tell them we ain't taking no days off.
All right, here with Mr. Matt Martinez, also called Jobu from the Major League film back in the day.
Yeah,
Another story for that later on. Yeah. So Jobu, you got with me here. Your favorite bags today lately have been the dreads. Love the dreads. So a couple questions for you. It's called the four bagger. So the first question is, how did you come to love cornhole so much? How did you get into the game?
So, man, it was a long time ago. I played a lot of softball, just playing cornhole in the parking lot. I mean, playing softball, I played c-ball and everything else, went to Worlds and all that. Eventually, some of my buddies came over to this side of cornhole, and they eventually convinced me over here, and never went back.
When did you realize you could be pretty good at this game?
Whenever I came in. I was podiuming, and I would get on the podium, and I had a lot of good mentors and everything. I used to live in Dallas.
Where you live now?
I live here in Shreveport.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So,
cool.
So unfortunately, I live here now, but now I had a lot of mentors and everything that taught me how to play, and that's the game I throw now.
So I've got Preston Miller, another Bagg Brothers player.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us on the cornhole journey. Yeah, I appreciate that very much, man. It's awesome. So I got 4 questions for you. You ready to rock and roll?
Let's do it.
All right. First question is, why do you love cornhole so much?
It's so competitive. It don't matter what division you're in. It is one of the most competitive sports that I've ever played, and I'm a very competitive person. So, besides the atmosphere, everybody makes you feel like a family. Don't matter if you are a low player or a high player, everybody is just best friends. And cornhole has helped me through a lot of mental state, and has actually made me a better person.
Nice. Okay, good job. All right, number 2. Let's talk about Bagg Brothers. I've asked you to bring your favorite bags. They look like the smileys here. I've got my partner, Rick Ellis, has the same color smileys as well. So we won SIG with these last year around this time, so in Mesquite. So these are good bags. These are money. In fact, I'm throwing smileys today, my red smileys. So you picked out smileys. Why, among all the offerings that Bagg Brothers has, why is today, right now, in your game now, your favorite bag going to be the smileys?
The smileys are very universal. It's true to the speed. They're easy to cut, they're easy to roll, they feel good in the hand. They're not fast, but they're fast enough to push through your block or block replace, to do anything you need. It's a very universal bag, and I fell in love with it, and I just can't take my hands off of them.
They've been in my bazooka bag as well for a while, and you kind of, the new ones come out, you get the banditos, you get the new dreads, okay, smiles, you're on the bench. But they always come back saying, I'm still here, and I'm using them today.
That's the way it was today. I was throwing my dreads, and then the smileys are like, give me a chance. And then I threw my highest round.
These bags talk to you.
Yeah, they do.
Bagg Brothers bags talk.
They're money.
They're all saying, pull me out of the bazooka bag. They're all great bags.
They're all good for their own style.
Why is the dreads currently your favorite bag? We've got the banditos, we've got the smileys, the dreads, the venoms, we've got the Psycho Circuses, other bags. But right now, you gave me the dreads. So what is it about these bad boys that got you going right now?
With the dreads, being what speeds they are, and me playing on the TCL boards a lot, I don't get to play on these very often because we don't hold TCL events out here very often. But just for the experience that I have and the experience that I've been playing with them, I enjoy these and the smileys. But I know that on these boards, these bags will play the way I need them to, because these boards are slow. They are slowing down, so they don't check up as much. Where the smileys is what I play with everywhere else too. So,
are you throwing today here at SIG a bit higher or lower based upon what you just told me? Or
what do you mean higher or lower?
Your bag heights for the dreads, are they about the normal height you throw, or are you throwing higher or lower?
No, so I keep the same throw with every bag I throw.
Okay.
It just pretty much depends on what board I'm sitting on. I mean, me being an A player, I mean, we learn how to adapt and so I mean, it's just something you learn on the way up. So
you're now an A player, you said. So you got to do a lot of work, on the boards alone, away from all the rush here. How do you practice? What are your best practice strategies, tips, techniques you can pass to my audience that they can get better at the game of cornhole?
So I mean, me, what I do, I mean, I don't necessarily practice. I go and play tournaments, local tournaments and everything. I'm more of a coach, and like I work on stuff like personal. Like whenever I learn how to do the flop shot, because all these freaking kids around here.
All these kids, they all do. They fall out of the crib flopping these bags.
Yeah, whenever COVID kicked up, I mean, it's harder for us because like we all have day jobs and everything. So, like whenever Jason and them met me during state, I didn't even throw for 6 months before I got 5th place out here in open. So, I mean, it's just something that came naturally, and just being a competitive being, I don't like losing.
Me neither. I hate losing. Hate it.
Nice.
Third question. Let's talk about Preston's practice. I want to learn from you how you work on your game, your practice techniques, your strategies to make you a better player that might help some folks watching improve their own game.
The one thing that really has helped me is I play Ghost on Scoreholio, and I'll play Ghost for a couple of rounds.
Shall we ask
up.
him what number? Let's start with, you can beat 7, surely, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how about 8 is tough.
8's tough. 8 and 9.
9 is,
Yeah.
I've never beat 9 yet.
I haven't beat 9 yet. I want to. But if I'm just a little quick, couple practice, I'll set I'll set like 4 bags up in front of the hole.
Okay.
And practice some cuts, some rolls, some air mails, and then I'll just throw 50 bags, just see how many I can get in.
How much time do you think you practice a week? Is it, we're talking 1 hour, 4 hours, 3 hours, 6 hours, or does it vary to work on your game?
I try to practice at least an hour, hour and a half a day.
That's consistent, folks. That's how you get better. He kicked my butt today. It was both our first game in rounders.
It was.
We were both unusually, I wouldn't say nervous, we were just like off a little bit and low PPR, and we were just like, what are we doing? And then you picked it up.
Yeah, I tried to.
You got me good. All right, and the last question we're going to talk about is the grip, right? So everyone's got a slightly different original grip. Walk us through how you grab the bag. Does it differ based upon what you're throwing? Certain bags, or maybe what you cut, roll, air mail, or slide. So walk through your basic foundational grip and if there's any changes to it. And walk us through right up in here so we can see it really good.
So I really only use one grip for all my throws. I'll tuck my fingers up here, just a typical butterfly grip.
Okay.
Squeeze it right there in the middle, squeeze it right there in the back.
And then your release?
And when I release, it's just a little nice flick in the wrist. I just flick my wrist and keep my palm straight with my middle finger pointing towards the hole.
That's what you're trying to do.
That's what I try to do every single time.
Nice.
And I will say with my dreads, that's the only bag that I'll change up my grip, and I'll stick the bottom corner in my palm, and then I'll grip it just like that right there in the middle.
Is that because it's a bigger fill, bigger template?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the dreads. I like the bigger template feel. I like how fast they are. It's just the only bag that I really have to change my grip so my hand fits in it.
There you have it, Preston Miller, one of our 16 Bagg Brothers player this season. Thanks for the time, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Straight. God bless you. Take care.
Yes, sir.
All right, so walk us through your grip, your standard grip, and how you release it. When you do that, kind of, so we can see, like maybe right on in here, so we can see how you hold it on both sides and how you release it.
So, really, the way I grip, it just depends on what kind of flight I need. So, like if I'm just throwing a normal bag, just a little slide shot.
So, can I grab your hand? Okay, so about right there. Okay.
Yeah. So it'd be like this, just a little quick butterfly pinch.
Okay. Now look at your finger. It's kind of on the corner.
So, and then it's just a normal release for me, but as I need to throw stuff like a flop shot, cut shot, it gets deeper into my fingertips. So where pretty much there's sometimes I'm literally only on the slick side.
And it's your fingertips are grabbing it.
Yeah. So it just depends
On the
on what,
slick side, wow.
It just depends on what bag flight I need. So this is right here. This would be like literally like me throwing one hell of a flop.
Yeah.
And then on my slick side, I mean, it's just a normal throw with a slick side.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha. Cool.
so I mean, that is one tip though that I can backtrack to. That I do tell a lot of people, you don't have to throw the slick side hard. The bag is built already for that. So let the bag do the work, not you do the work for the bag.
That's the biggest thing. I need to hear that. That's good for me. I need to remind myself of that.
It's a lot of mental. It took me a while to break
the same throw.
Yep, because most people, when they want to flip their bag, they already know they got to push. So mentally, they're putting more behind it, and that's where you go left and right.
I'm going to use that today here at SIG. Bonus question. Walk us through how you first kind of met the Bagg brothers, how you became to be a part of the team this year, your history with our friends back there, the Luce brothers and Bagg brothers.
So Bagg brothers, of course, I met them at state of the 22-23 season. I got 5th place in singles. Like I said, I didn't play for 6 months. Me being from Louisiana, I don't get looked at a lot out here. So, I mean, I have been playing for about 5-6 years.
You have been? Okay.
Yeah, so when I moved out here, a lot of people didn't look at me because I'm way out here. So it's hard to find somebody to look at you out here. So I came out in state to prove a point that I was worth looking at. At that point, Jason approached me after everything, and he asked me what was I looking at for a sponsorship, and I told him, I said, the first person to pick me up. Because me, I'm literally the most loyal person. So it was the first person to pick me up. That was the bag I was going to throw. Because
what were you throwing before you met these guys?
Me, it really didn't matter what bag I was throwing. I go to a lot of blind draws out here, and I don't even dig in my bag. I throw whatever bag is available. I mean, I got $1,300 worth of bags, and I don't throw them unless I throw out here. But I threw Aries that day. Okay. So whenever he introduced himself, I enjoyed the smileys, and then when they brought the dreads out, I was more attracted to the dreads because I know how these boards act, and I knew that these were going to help enhance not being
how
able
you
to
throw,
not really be able to fight the boards more. Yeah, that was a lot of the problem too that day. It was fighting those boards, especially out here in this humidity. So
you're doing well, man. Welcome to the team.
Right.
God bless you. Keep throwing them straight.
Yeah, so I mean, Jason asked me to join, and I told him, I said, the first person to pick me up, that's who I'm gonna throw with, and he says I'm gonna go with you, and so now I'm here, trying to support, try to win.
Let's go win. Let's go Bagg brothers. Thanks, guys. Okay, and bonus question here. Tell us how you became one of the sponsored players with our friends over there at Bagg brothers, right behind us.
So, my first ever SIG was Lubbock last season, and the first tent that I walked up to was theirs because it was so colorful. So I walked up there, I bought a hat, some of the mini bags. I bought a bunch of stuff from them, and I ended up getting a set of Banditos.
Love the Banditos.
They're Banditos. Awesome. So next SIG comes around in Irving.
Yes,
and
that would have been SIG 4, I think.
SIG 4.
Yeah.
So comes around, and my smileys were just sticking. So I was like, hey, I have Banditos. I'll see how they throw on these SIG boards. Money. I ended up getting second place in Tier 3 with my Banditos.
In advanced?
No, in D, in social.
In social?
Yeah, so I skipped from...
This guy's not a social player anymore, I assure you.
I skipped social and went straight to B right after that. Okay. But they were sitting there, they were watching me on the main stage that night.
Oh, wow.
And all of like kinfolk was there. They were all yelling my name. Like the vibes were amazing. I got second with their bags, and they pulled me aside, and we talked a little bit, and I asked them if they had a team, and they're like, yeah, you are definitely going to be a part of it. Just give us some time.
Amazing.
And yeah, then time came around, and I got a message from them, and they were like, hey, team's picked. Do you want on it? I was like, yes.
And you're from West Texas,
I'm from Abilene, Texas. I was born and raised in Lubbock, but I live in Abilene.
So do you get out much to Irving or Mesquite for the other? Well, will you this year for the other?
I'm not missing a sig.
Here you
I'm
go.
at all of them.
Let's go. All right, man. Welcome to the
I'm
team.
at all of them.
Good story.
Let's go.
Tell them we ain't taking no days off.